Hey guys, y'all came in before I could put up my music. Good Lord. I love Ricky Dillard. Go ahead, Ricky. Hey guys, thank y'all for coming on in. Hey Connie. Hey. Sorry, I have like a nice praise music going on over here. Thank you guys for joining in. Thank you guys for joining in. All right, I'm just waiting on some few people. Hey, I know that's right. I know that's right. I feel like dancing. Okay. Yes, guys. Hey, Miss Mint One. Thank you for joining in, guys. Shout. All right, guys, thank you so much for joining on in. I know it's a lot going on. Did y'all see hey lady, hey, the weather is really bad. It's like gotten so cold. Let me turn this down, guys. Let's talk for a little minute. The weather has gotten so bad. I mean, it was so beautiful today in Georgia. It was so beautiful today, and then all of a sudden, hey glam fetish. It was so beautiful in Georgia, and then the weather just went like boom. Cold, okay? So anyways, I just want to jump on tonight. Crazy about the snow again in Baltimore. Oh, y'all snowing down up in Baltimore? Oh my God. I'm from Chicago originally, so I know what a blizzard looked like. You know what I'm saying? Yes, man. I mean, as a little girl, I used to love jumping, going into the snow, making the snowman and stuff like that. So, you know what? I know my topic tonight is why training is good. But you know what? I think I may change that a little bit. I feel a little bit of giving y'all my testimony about how I became a cosmetologist and how I became in the beauty industry. I feel that on this website tonight. Okay. All right. So, I keep saying website. I mean, Periscope. Oh my God, where my brain is at? Anyway, for those of you who do not know me, I am TenishaBibbs. I'm a licensed cosmetologist educator. I am a wig specialist and a hair loss practitioner, and I teach you the art and science of custom wig making and how to build a custom wig business. Guys, thank you so much for the love. If you can, share this with your followers and also tap on the screen and give the love. I appreciate all your love tonight. All right. Thank you so much, Connie, for inviting your followers. So we were originally going to talk about why training is so good in your custom wig business, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to talk about that tomorrow, okay? So when you guys jump on, y'all will get some good stuff about that. Hey, C Fashion World. So my name is TenishaBibbs. Listen, guys, I've been in this industry over 25 years. Can y'all believe it? I love the beauty industry. My grandmother on my father's side was a beautician. She was a beautician over 35 years. And she did hair. She did a lot of hair. She lived in California, and she did hair for numerous of people and years and years and years. She did hair, I believe, up until she was like 60 something when she passed. I believe she did hair up until she was like her late 40s, okay, like 48, almost 50. Hey, C Fashion World. So I'm giving you guys my testimony on how I became a beautician. So when I want to say about 10 years old, my mom had 12 children, and we all lived in this one house. My dad had just bought a house and everything. He put us in the house. It was 5 girls, 5 boys, and then we had 2 other children. Thanks for the invite. Oh, no problem. Oh, she invited you. And so what happened was, I didn't realize I had a passion for hair. My aunt had said, let me teach you how to braid. And I was like, braid? Okay. When I tell you the first day she taught me how to braid, I knew how to braid. I started braiding hair. And so I started learning my skills, and I had a lady in the community who I babysat for. She would send her daughters, and I would braid their hair. Now, mind you, they said it was good, but come on, it wasn't that good. But they would come and they would pay $20. Could you imagine being 10 years old making $20? That was a lot of money for me. And so I started doing the community hair. I started doing the girls' hair in the community. Hey, I am Kelly J. Thank you for joining in. I'm just giving my brief testimony on how I became into the beauty industry. And so So I started doing all the little girls' hair in the community. I started braiding. Then I learned how to do braids with extension. I was like, oh, this is different. So I started braiding their hair. And hey, Joy Golden. And once I braided the hair, I was 10 at that time. That's how I made my money. Like my logo. Oh, thank you. That's how I made my money. I braided the hair. Oh, she like, A Kelly. Okay. So she like, so I braided hair in the community, and then I started braiding down my sister's hair. And then all of a sudden I started doing styles and stuff like that, little curling styles. So guys, guess what? I taught myself how to do a jerry curl. Jerry curl. Okay. And then I started doing jerry curls in the community. People was coming to me doing their hair. You know, the jerry curl that was in the yellow and the S curl. I think it was in the yellow and red container. I believe it was yellow and red. And I was doing them jerry curls up, y'all. And then I did roller sets. Had no license. Okay. I was a kitchen stylist. I was a kitchen stylist, so I started doing hair and all of that. And then my mom, I was at school one day, and this lady named Miss Weatherspoon, I would never forget Miss Weatherspoon. Miss Weatherspoon said, man, you have such a great passion for hair. I didn't even know I had this passion. And I was like, wow, really? Okay. So I would do my hair up. I did my own hair for my prom. I did my own hair for I was in the military course. So I was a JROTC, and we did the military ball. I did my own hair, honey. I was doing it up, okay? And so I had my little spikes going up and stuff. Huh? Y'all didn't know about no spikes until, look, I'm in my 30s, so y'all didn't know nothing about no spikes. So anyway, I started doing my hair up and stuff. I thought I was cute, doing it all good or whatever. And I started that Miss Weatherspoon came to me and said, I feel you have a passion for hair. And I was like, hey, I was like, really? So she hooked me up. She's an AKA, okay? And she hooked me up with her AKA friend who had a beauty salon. And I started working for this lady at her beauty salon. And I was a shampoo assistant, okay? Guys, I was a shampoo assistant for 7 years, okay? No joke. I stayed in there. I was 12 years old. I worked in a salon from 12 years old until I want to say around 18, 17 or something like that. I never had my license or anything. She did not want to apprentice me because she said, you need to go to school and you need to learn the way school teaches you. You could come in the shop, you could learn in the shop, but we don't want you to learn like that. And I am so grateful. I'm not knocking you are around the right woman. Yes. And so I'm not knocking people who have to go that route because I've apprenticed people myself. But listen, y'all, when I tell you the passion was in me from 10 years old. And when I was working in the salon as a shampoo assistant, then I started doing partial relaxers. She trained me how to do partial relaxers. Then I went from partial relaxers to aromatherapies. I was doing all the aromatherapies in the shop. And then I went from that to roller sets and wraps and molds and all of that good stuff. And I learned that, and I stood there in that salon and I shadowed the salon owner. I shadowed I call her Janice Griffin. If you all are in Chicago or from Chicago, y'all would know Janice. She was my mentor for years, the baddest short hair person I have ever seen in my life. Okay. So, so anyway, excuse me, y'all. So anyway, so I became a hairstylist. So I went to school. I started working in a beauty salon. I moved to Georgia. Excuse me, y'all. Started working in a beauty salon. And I have been doing hair ever since, guys. I've been doing hair ever since. I love this industry. This industry is my life, okay? I've been in this industry since I was 10 years old. I have seen everything in this industry. I've seen people steal folks. I've seen people say they can do stuff they can't do. I have seen people drink some water. Yeah. Thank you. And I have seen so much in this industry. It's crazy. But you know what? One thing I can't do is get from this industry. And so I've learned to apply all my knowledge. I became an educator in school. Oh, no, I'm good. I'm good. Thank you, sweetie. I'm good. I became an educator. I love teaching cosmetology. I love teaching about the beauty industry. Everything that I learned, I love. And so now here I am, a custom wig maker. Imagine in 1,000 years that all of these great things that we have in this industry, there is no reason why we should have a day where we're like, you know what? I hate this industry. I don't want to do this no more. We should never feel that way. You know why? Because we can do so much. When we on our downtime, you can do makeup. You know what I'm saying? Learn makeup. If you don't want to do it, learn wigs, learn sew-ins. You have so much in this industry that we can do that we can never be bored. If you're tired of doing hair and sit behind a chair, go become an educator. Go become an educator. I mean, seriously, guys, I had started off at 10 years old. Literally, I was working at Trade Secrets. I worked at Sally's Beauty Supply Store. I learned every item that was in that place. I would learn the ingredients. So when my customers would sit in my chair, I would tell them, look, this is what's in it. You know, this is what's going on. I didn't just plop relax on people's hair and say, okay, this is it, because I went to cosmetology school, so I should know. No, this industry is for forever learning. You guys go invest in yourself. Go to the hair show. Go to every training that you can do. Product knowledge is key. Yes, Glam Fetish. It is so key. You have to train your customers on product knowledge. In other words, when they sit in your chair and they're like, what are you using? What are you doing? Tell them what you're using. Stop lying and putting salon care in a Mazzani bottle or Nairobi bottle. Don't do that. Tell them the truth and use the true stuff. You know that salon care, we use that in cosmetology school on the mannequins. So, and it wasn't bad though, but it was, just too harsh on the hair. So I'm telling you guys, this industry is forever growing. We will never die in this industry. There is so much to do. Sell wigs, sell hair, do whatever you have to do. You could become an esthetician. We can never die in this industry. I absolutely love cosmetology. I love the industry and I love what it has brought about. It's so many new things, guys, that we need to learn. I know the Bonner Brothers Hair Show is coming up. I hope you guys are going to be at the Bonner Brothers Hair Show. I'm only going for one day, but I will be there. I am so excited about the hair show. Also, Premier Orlando is also good to go to educate if you want to use that. You can also go to, Premier Orlando show, or you can go to all of the other shows that they do give. I'm sorry, people just texting me like left and right now. So I just want to tell y'all, your passion should never die for this industry. It should never go down. You should always love what you do. What's the date of the Atlanta show? I want to say it's the 21st or 22nd. I really do. You can go online at the B&B or BarnerBrothers.com and you should be able to see the hair show when it's coming through. Okay. I'm only going for one day. I like to go and get some things and shop or whatever I need. But anyway, that's my testimony about how I got into the beauty industry. And y'all should have seen them braids, honey. I had the braids and they had the hair sticking out and stuff like that. I don't do that anymore, but you have to learn. Constantly learn, and stop learning. Don't stop learning in this industry. Oh man, thank you so much for inviting your followers. I really appreciate it, and thank you for giving the hearts and the love and showing so much love. But guys, listen, never allow yourself to get bored with this industry. Maybe we can connect at the show. Yes, let's connect at the show. You have my email address. Just tell me you're gonna be there. I'm definitely going. But and take some of the free classes. Listen, guys, swamp them free classes, okay? You need to learn the information so you can learn to build your clientele. I didn't learn this overnight. It's through repetitions and being consistent with hey Kelly, being consistent with with your training. Okay, we were going to talk about training last time, but I just felt the urge and just telling you guys how I got into cosmetology. I love this industry. I've met so many great people, not only on Periscope, but also at the hair show. I've met people over the years. Let me tell you this. Those of you that are on the scope now, go to hair shows and yes, we must keep evolving in the industry. Go to the hair beauty colleges and undergird some of these young ladies that are coming in the industry. Listen, guys, I've seen the industry go to a shift. Okay. When I came up for cosmetology school, baby, we had to slave. We went. I don't care. Come sleet, rain, snow. You have to ride the bus. You have to bump rides. We went to school and we got out of there. And I think this generation now, they just feel like they go into cosmetology school just to learn the technical. No, baby, you need to learn the practical and the theory of what you're doing. And so what I think we should do as cosmetologists or master educators or master cosmetologists, we need to undergird these new girls that are coming and guys that are coming out into the industry. Instant gratification is coming out of the industry, and we need to go and get them, and we need to have them shadow us. Absolutely. Business needs to be put back into the school. We need to shadow these people that are coming out of cosmetology school and help push the motivation back into them, because they think that, if I do a sew-in this way, then this is okay. It's all right. However, what you need to learn is, what is traction alopecia? And, how does it destroy the hair after you braid the hair down so tight? We need to teach these young ladies that are coming out of the school industry. I have an educator, when I started educating and teaching in the cosmetology school, I have been called every name from the students. They used to tell me I talk too much. Miss Bibbs, you talk too much. Miss Bibbs, we don't want to hear this. Miss Bibbs, you want to hear that. And half of them did not graduate. Actually, yeah, for the wrong tension and braid pattern, you will get traction alopecia. And so this is a thing that we need to train these young ladies. Y'all undergird these girls and these guys that are coming out of cosmetology school. They don't have a clue. I apologize if y'all on here and you're new, but me, I was all up in it. When my teacher was teaching, I was all up in her mess. I was like, okay, how you do that? And how you on base, off base, half off base? Okay. Oh my God. What is disulfide bonds? You know what I'm saying? What is medulla and all of this stuff? That's what I wanted to learn, because I knew this was where I was supposed to be. And I think now when they're coming up out of school, they're like, we don't want to learn all that. We just want to know how to do braids and sew-ins and all of that. No, you have to go back to the basics, and we have to teach you this is the way you do things, and this is the proper way to doing stuff. And I think if we all as educators collectively come together and undergird the newcomers, then we can bring that passion back into this industry, where they're not just coming out because they want to learn style, because it takes more than style to keep a hair. You can style a hair cute, but can you create healthy hair? Can you make people hair grow? You know what I'm saying? Without it falling out. Can you reduce the traction alopecia? How do you reduce traction alopecia? These are some of the things that we need to train our girls in. So guys, thank you. Oh my gosh. Thank you so much for jumping on and hearing me. I'm not venting or ramping here. I'm just saying my experience and what I've learned in the industry. You guys have been beautiful tonight, and I really appreciate you guys for jumping on. For those of you that just come on, what do you think of trichology? Trichology is absolutely amazing. But trichology, if you're going to be a trichologist, it's a university. You have to go to school for maybe 4 to so years, really almost 6 years, to get your doctor's license. However, okay. Oh, awesome, Kelly. Yes, Kelly promotes healthy hair. However, what you can do is you can become a hair loss practitioner. And a hair loss practitioner, they're able to teach about hair losses, traction alopecia, alopecia universalis, alopecia areata, traction alopecia, androgenetic alopecia, and some other forms of alopecia, how people lose their hair from radiation and chemotherapy and things like that. You'll be able to train on that, and you will be able to do a hair clinic. Okay, so you just have to go take your extra educational classes. They might cost a lot. Some of them will cost about $1,200. I have mine where I'm doing I'll be like in the medical field, because really and truly, I don't know what state you're in, but in the state of Georgia, they really do not recognize your They don't really care too much about it. Once you become an educator, that's the highest peak in cosmetology that you can actually go, they say. However, if you go back to continuing education, become a trachologist, that's considered into the medical field, okay? Or if you're in New Orleans, call your state board and ask them what is the highest level of cosmetology that you can go. And normally it's going to be an educator. And once you get that, you can do with your continuing education. They don't really care if you work as a trachologist. They don't recognize you really in certain states as a trachologist, as a hair doctor, unless you have a doctoring license. Okay. Georgia is a little different, but I don't know about New Orleans. Okay. Guys, I love you. My light is going out here, but I love you guys so much. Thank you so much for jumping on. I'll be back on tomorrow. I'm going to be talking about why training is good for your custom wig business. And for those of you who just jumped on, thank you for the love and the heart. Y'all know me already. I'm TenishaBibbs, a licensed cosmetologist educator. I'm also a wig specialist and a hair loss practitioner. And I teach you the art and science of custom wig making and also how to build a custom wig business. Guys, I love you so much. Thank you so much for jumping on. I'll see you tomorrow.